mentioned an interview that he did.
Yeah.
And I'll admit I didn't watch the interview yet. I forgot to, but I think I'll be able to understand what you're saying as you go along.
Basically, Gerard was just talking. It was basically the reason why the interview was good was because it was just Charlemagne and what's his name and Gerard because Envy had a trip out of town and what's the girl's name?
Angela Yee.
Yeah, Angela Yee had a trip out of town too. So it was very intimate, and they were talking about how their dads, standing up to their dads, finding out their dads are cheaters, cheating on their moms, just like stuff like that, and dealing with that, and how he was able to have a conversation with his mom, like asking his mom, what she needed to be happy, and like to be a little bit vulnerable. I can totally agree with that because to this day, I think, how can I get my mom with someone new? You feel me? Because they were talking about how you hate your dad because when your dad leaves, he moves on with this new woman. As men, it happens. You move on with this new woman. You feel me? You can find a different woman.
They hate their dads?
Oh, Charlemagne told his dad off.
Really?
Yeah, he told he like they told their dads about themselves.
That's crazy.
Like told them. I'm telling you, you really should watch it. And how they said, whereas the mom, the society we live in, it's hard for her to move on. Yeah. So not only are you just fucking over my mom, like you're leaving her with not even a opportunity to restart her life. Yeah. So it made me reflect on how I will treat women from this day on.
Of course.
Because yeah, I'm young and yeah, these girls move a little fast and it's nowadays it's who can play the card.
We can't even say fast because that's just society.
Yeah. Not even fast.
We could have said fast like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the way everyone's moving fast now.
Yeah.
Because everyone's first goal is to have sex.
Yep.
So maybe it's just moving from a manner that we're not accustomed to, that we didn't see growing up.
Yeah. So like my thing was, okay, so yeah, even though, because the thing was girls, you can show them something. And if they're not in the right state of mind, they can literally ruin you for the next girl because you'll be like, bro, women aren't ready for this. You feel me? But I decided, I was like, that's crazy to think about because you're literally watching your mom who's around 50, right? Divorced. And I don't know if my mom has a new guy or not, but that's what they were talking about. Yeah. Like Gerard asked his mom, like, oh, have you messed with any other guys? Like to be able to have that courage to ask your mom. Because at the end of the day, think about all the dreams and goals we have, right? To be in love, have kids and all that. Think about our parents and where they at. Imagine they had those same dreams. And
that's exactly what I was going to go with that.
And think about where they're at now. Do you think, I mean, of course they're happy, but the marriage
No, they're not.
Okay.
Let's be honest. They're not happy.
Yeah, real shit. Let's be honest.
They're not happy with their lives.
We dream, the stuff we're dreaming about, imagine all of it gets thrown away.
They all had them dreams.
Exactly.
Like, because I realized, bro, that I can be very selfish.
Very.
Because I'm in a state where it's natural for a man to be go.
Yeah.
And let's get this bread, let's get this money, etc. But if you sit down and think, like, our parents lost their dreams most of them lost their dreams a long time ago. Yeah. Partially because of who they chose as their spouse.
Exactly. And it sucks.
Then having kids, and then now you're 50 years old and you are where you are, and you feel like
you can't do nothing about it at 50.
I think it's never too late.
Yeah,
you can always go back to school.
Yeah.
But at that point, it takes a lot more to get up out of bed and do that.
Exactly. And it hurts even a little bit more. Because you were supposed to get it when you were young and be relaxing by now. Now you got to go fucking imagine the stress we deal with in relationships. Imagine dealing with that at 50. That would piss me off. And imagine having insecurities at 50s, not knowing if this guy really likes you, if you guys are gonna get married at 50
or 50, just watching like kids 18 years old, living her best life, driving cars that you wanted to drive as back when you was 30 years ago.
Right.
Shit is crazy.
And it's all because you chose the wrong spouse. Literally that.
Partially.
I almost tweeted. I was like, I think the person partially, of course, because you got to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
But I do think whoever you end up settling with will make or break you.
Of course.
It won't be like, I'll break you as in like, you're a failure, you're bankrupt, this, that. But it will affect your happiness. Because if you can find a woman or a man.
And your bread too.
Exactly.
Because the wrong partner can either take you to the next level.
Yep.
Or
keep you the same, which might not be the most potential you could have got
or keep it the same. They might, because I realize with myself in relationships is that I can get comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable as in like, I'm okay with that routine of just working and hanging out. And so point where
see my girlfriend on the weekends.
Exactly. And it's the point where like usually when you don't have a girlfriend, you feel uncomfortable. Like, damn, I don't got no money and I got no bitch. You feel me?
Bro, I was just thinking about that the other day, right? Because I was thinking about how last year I went to college with literally $0. You feel me? Broke as hell, depressed, insecure.
Likewise. I think that's a lot of kids, bro. Because we be thinking it's just us. I be seeing even kids from Dublin starting GoFundMe to go to school. Like, it's just a look. Like, you go to Dublin, or you played sports, or you're going to any college you want to. Nah, bro. Niggas is still in them trenches down there, too.
So I was thinking, I was just like, it's crazy that this year, one ex left my life. And then, I'm not even going to lie to you, it was kind of not by choice. It took her getting a boyfriend for us to completely leave each other alone to where I literally locked myself into work, saved hella money, bought my own car, paid for my own college, got savings, you feel me? And now I was able to invest in myself for my career, what I want to be in the future, still with savings and have a better mindset. All because of this ex leaving my life by accident. Because if it was for me and her, our decision, we would still be like not together or even talking. It would just be like, oh, I'm gonna check what she's doing. You feel me? But when she got a boyfriend, it was like I had no choice but to move on. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when that happened, I had no choice but to move on and focus on other things. Because I've never been a lazy person. Like I've been doing YouTube, but I feel like this summer I definitely turned it up. As soon as we stopped talking, I definitely turned it up. So the other day I was just like, man, I can't wait to like. I was trying to talk to this girl, right? And I was like, do you even think you're ready for that? Like I literally told myself that. Think about what you did with no intention of trying to talk to any girl this summer. Because I didn't have no car. I had to save to get the car. So that's my main priority. So why would you want to get distracted again? Because as soon as you find a girl, I'm sorry, you become comfortable. Because it becomes
if it's the wrong girl.
True. That is true. If she's working on like being what she wants to be at the same, man, y'all getting that bag together.
For example, right? Like, I don't want to say no names, but like I know a girl, right, who's grinding at work and she wants to build her own platform. At the same time, you kind of know who I'm talking about, right? No, it don't matter. But she's working. Yeah, I think so. I didn't read your lips. I'm just saying yeah. But imagine that girl was coupled with a nigga like you who wants to make it, right? Yeah, that's a recipe for like you have to win,
right? Because baby, come over. Let me show you how to do this. I was researching the project you was working on the other day. And I was thinking you could do this, that.
And at the same time, they'll offer a different perspective that your friends just can't. Yeah. You feel me? The conversations you have with your girlfriend, you might not be able to have with your brother. Yeah. Because it's just you can't get there like that. Because who wants
unless you're Gerard.
True.
Gerard gives it up. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
That nigga gives it up.
How many niggas can be honest and be like, they're willing to talk about their childhood trauma with their homies? Honestly, you feel me? How many niggas will open up and tell you about how their mom used to leave them at the house for whole days by themselves and they would cry all day? Yeah. Those are convos you might not want to have with your homie, but you'll have with your girl. Because you're willing to let her see that vulnerable side of you. Versus with your guys, you don't want to be vulnerable, which is not a good thing either. If you can't be vulnerable with your friends, you're probably not the friends you should have.
But honestly, I don't think I've ever met a guy that was completely vulnerable with their friends. Ever.
Vulnerable as in how? Because vulnerable is like a point where you can get to a point where you're just being a bitch now. To me.
Okay.
You feel me? There's a line that you got to play.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say you
because I don't want to hear a nigga complain all the time either.
No, that's different. That's just you're not.
Honestly, I don't even know if your girl wants to hear you complain like that either though.
Nobody wants to hear you complain. You tell your story or why something happens or and it's not you sit there with your girl and you cry about it. Yeah. You sit there and you tell your girl why you want to make our kids different. That's the difference. It's not, baby, I'm just sad today because no. It's what can we do to make sure our children are better off? Why do you have this grind in you? That's how those conversations should come up. Not you just sad all the fucking time.
Yeah, that sad ass nigga. And when she opens up to you and you try to relate to her.
Exactly.
That would be the way to do
That's
it.
how it should do it. Not just you like,
oh, so
you're
baby.
sad today, you weirdo.
Oh, I had a long day.
No.
It's like, nah.
You're not weird, but listen, you're never going to change by just sitting there complaining.
And girls don't want to hear that shit. Let's be honest. No girl wants to hear or see a nigga cry.
Right.
Let's just be honest. Like, only times a girl will not give a fuck if you cry is if like someone died or like some like real shit happened. Like, like you lost your house or something like that. Otherwise, if you like had a long day at work and you're stressed out and you come home and cry.
Oh my God.
She will not ever look at you as the same again.
This man, listen. So what's gonna happen when our kids start crying?
Exactly. Daddy crying. The dad gonna cry with him. Oh ass nigga. You feel me? Yeah. And maybe we're not mature enough to understand that that's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
This is just us.
That's just how I think.
And Isaac.
Dropouts podcast.